Hello buyers, welcome to the 10th video instalment in our series, What Buyers Need to Know. My name's Nick Viner of Buyers Domain and this is Rhiannan Jenkins, Buyers Agent. And today we're going to ask the question that we're asked every day, is now a good time to be buying a property? So Rhiannan, do you think it's a good time to be buying a property?
Well Nick, let's start by saying that yes, we are buyers agents, which means that we have bias. There is no doubt about it. But it's our job to be objective when we are looking at the market and interpreting what's happening in terms of both supply of property and demand from buyers. We have the advantage of gathering information firsthand because we're in the market every day, but we also have access to really reliable data and statistics, which helps us form a view of the property market. We use this information and provide it to our clients as well. Everybody's situation and circumstances are different. Our view is if the buyer is ready to buy, there is always opportunity depending on the buyer's needs. So let's say a buyer is in a position to buy. Now we want to take a look at the market conditions and see where we are in the property cycle. Nick, can you help us out and share your view of if you think it's a good time to buy?
So the first key market indicator I want to have a look at is the rate of decline, how slowly or quickly the prices are dropping. And depending on who you listen to, most economists are predicting peak to trough declines nationally in the order of 15 to 20%. Now Sydney is furthest through this current cycle since a big chunk of those losses has already been realised, in the order of about 10% according to the latest data. Now the rate of decline has already moderated in October, improving from a minus 2.2% decline over the 4 weeks to the 3rd of September to only a minus 1.3% decline over the most recent 4-week period ending 23rd of October. The second key market indicator I want to have a look at is auction clearance rates. Now, auction clearance rates have noticeably improved in the last few weeks to a solid 64% last Saturday, according to Domain. This was up noticeably from 60% the week before and 61% the week before that. Remember, there's a number of key fundamentals that impact on the property market, and the first is population growth. Now, the Sydney population is rebounding strongly after the pandemic as the borders are reopening. Currently, the population growth rate is at plus 1.3% for 2022, according to macro trends. So that's the first big fundamental that we have a look at. The second big fundamental is low stock levels. Now, we're currently seeing very, very low stock levels caused by the lack of willingness of vendors to bring their properties onto market because of the softer prices. And it's important to stress how low stock levels are compared to historic levels and the previous 5-year average. In fact, compared to the previous 5-year average, they're actually down a sizable 14.3%. More alarmingly, new construction is well undersupplied, particularly for apartments. And in relation to apartments, what we're seeing is that this year, CBRE is predicting that there will only be 7,100 new apartments being completed in 2022. This figure was 4 times higher at 28,500 in 2017. And even then those figures weren't high enough. And the third key fundamental that I'd like to look at is the resilience of the economy overall. Sure, there are headwinds, but there are also a number of very strong and positive factors, such as, firstly, a tight labour market with record low levels of unemployment. We have record levels of personal wealth, as savings and personal incomes have increased for many people throughout COVID. And with property prices also having risen significantly in that period, there are large numbers of families with very healthy balance sheets, well positioned to weather any storm. And we're also seeing a growth in exports driven by those escalating commodity prices, which is insulating Australia against the levels of economic downturn being felt by most of the rest of the Western world. So Rhiannan, there are some very positive aspects in relation to the outlook for property. At the end of the day, the property must meet the client's needs and they must be in a position where they're able to buy. These are my thoughts. Nick Viner, Buyers Domain. Rhiannan Jenkins, Buyers Agent.